Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see, I still got the pile here. We gotta get this out the way because we're gonna be moving everything up the hill. At least another 7 feet. So let's see if we can pull this out of the pile and go from there. So stick with me. We'll get right to it. I would have not been able to pull that out by myself. Thank God for the Gator. But came out pretty easily. So now we gotta move the splitter. Beautiful. Almost perfect. Hot today again. I think we'll be able to get it. Drop it on. Spinner. Alright, we're good to move. So let's move. All right, splitter's moved. I got to get it set back up to move the conveyor. I have an idea. I'm going to try to make it work. I'm just waiting for some stuff to come from Amazon to where I can move this whole system together. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to get the conveyor set up just now because this is going to the fellowship down there in Maryland with Firewood to Furnace. You'll see this well after that. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time down there. But meanwhile, I gotta get this out of here so I can take it to Maryland. The problem I'm running into is I'm gonna need to jack this conveyor up. It might clear now since some of the wood fell, but it might actually knock some of this down. So I gotta raise the back up. We're gonna put the front down, but it might land on this wood here, but I think it'll be all right now that there's nothing holding the wood back from falling. So we'll see how that goes. Man, it's hot. Very hot. Yeah, the wood's starting to fall over there, which is good. The problem is, I actually had to get a piece of wood or two put under here. That ball's a little too high. Might just hook a chain onto it and pull it a little bit so I can get it go down a little bit more. See how that works. Go like a foot. Back up a little bit. I'm gonna move this around the wood. The fire pit, I can take it right up through. Beautiful. There we go. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now I can get this next section set up. Big old root there. That'll be fine. Hopefully. We'll see. Boom. That'll do it to it. There we go. Another 7-foot section added on. And just keep continuing the run. But you'll see me put everything back in place when I get back from Brad's, which is going to be like that. All right, guys, we are set back up. Actually did something I wanted to try, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. I'll show you here in a little bit. But as you can see, conveyor set back up. I got my support walls in. I'll show you exactly what's going on here with those. So essentially, it's just C-channel with some 2-inch square tube welded on it at a 45-degree angle. I just throw it into the fork pocket, and it supports it. Too easy. So I'm trying a different angle with the conveyor, just so I can get the wood to shoot out a little bit farther, because I am a little farther back than what I previously was. So we'll figure it out, and if I need to angle that more, we can do so. It's no big deal. But I am all set up, ready to go for this pile of logs to be split into that pile of splits. So heck yeah, man. So Brad's was a success. Had a good time. Got to see a lot of people I haven't seen for a while. So yeah, let me show you what I have going on here with the splitter and conveyor. So I wanted to try to make this a little easier moving when I do have to move up the hill. Let me get this pin out, take this tray off, and show you what I'm talking about. As long as I don't smash my fingers, we'll be good. All right, so as you can see here, I have a pintle hookup from the splitter to the conveyor. Everything works great, except for when I hook the Gator up to this contraption. So when I hook the Gator up, it's creating negative tongue weight, which means it's lifting the back of the Gator up, which I'm losing traction and not able to pull all this weight at the same time. So I have to come up with something a little bit different to be able to move this whole unit as one. So if anybody has any suggestions, I have a couple ideas floating around, but if anybody has any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comments how you would figure it out. Actually, I'm gonna give you one of my ideas right now. So one of my ideas is to replace this trailer jack with one with a wheel on it. So when I do have everything hooked up and ready to move forward, I can jag up on this, put the wheel down to put some more tongue weight back on the Gator, and hopefully the Gator will be able to move it. That's one of my ideas. As you see, I have casters out here. I have another idea. I have 2 casters that might be able to mount to this thing somewhere. But my initial idea is to replace this jack with one with a heavy duty wheel on it that can support some of the weight and be able to move on this not so flat ground. So yeah, that's one of my ideas, just in case you don't know what negative tongue weight is. So positive tongue weight is weight on the tongue. Negative tongue weight is there's so much weight at the back of the trailer, essentially, it's lifting up on the vehicle towing. Now, I don't have a hitch that I can put on my truck that'll go as low as I need it to go to keep everything off the ground. So the Gator has, I think it's a 2.5 inch drop on it, is perfect for keeping everything off the ground without that support leg with the wheel on it. So like I said, any suggestions would be great, but I'm leaning towards getting a different jack with a wheel on it. I just need to find one that's heavy duty enough for me. So as for making piles, there's some positive comments, there was a couple negative comments in the last video, but I mean, you guys can do whatever you guys want to do. This, I believe, is going to work for me. I know there's concerns about the slash and stuff that's in there, but little stuff like this is not going to prevent the wood from drying, just like stacking the wood. But if you have stuff like this that's in there holding the moisture, that is what's going to prevent your wood from drying. This real fine stuff that will hold moisture. You know what I mean? This is going to get wet just like that wood's going to get wet, and it's going to dry. You know what I mean? So, but this is going to get wet and hold that moisture in there. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts. So, yeah, like I said, there was a lot of positives, there were a couple negatives, but this is saving me time. You know what I mean? And as we all know, time, you don't get any more of it. So, I mean, the more time you can save doing something, the more time you have doing something else with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, you know what I mean? With anybody. The time I saved by not having to stack that, I was much happier, much happier. So stay tuned, we'll get cutting into this pile and throw it into this pile and see how it goes. There's some big oak in here, there's one big poplar, and we're gonna get it done. All right, guys, that's all I have for this one. Like I said, if you have any suggestions about my little dilemma here with pulling this whole setup together as one, I mean, feel free, put it down there and let me know. But that's all I have. So if you like this type of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, tell one of your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Woo!